Hey y'all, what's up everybody? It's your favorite cousin, Messy Miles, and I'm here with Dondre from the real world, Atlanta. What's up, Dondre?
What's up, man? What's up?
Man, I'm just so glad that you sat down and did this with me. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity to do so. How you been?
I've been amazing, man. Just kind of surreal just watching this all back on Facebook and everything. So, yeah, man, it's just a real roller coaster, I should say,
Hmm.
just up and downs and like just the comments and all that shit. So, it's a fun ride.
I
So,
can imagine. I can
um,
imagine. I can imagine.
yeah,
So
man.
we're definitely going to get into some things. First of all, you're on the real world. Atlanta, they're back. New cast, new season. How did that come about? How did you get on the show?
Actually, I was working my job. I actually went to school for construction management, project management. That's kind of like civil engineering realm.
Hmm.
And I was just in this roller coaster of like living life and just like, what the hell I'm gonna do next? You know what I mean? Because I was 25. I already been with the company for 2 years, and I'm just like, damn, I'm doing shit that like older people would be doing right
Hmm.
now. So it's just like, damn, I'm not gonna be doing this for the next 40 years until I retire. So it's just like, damn, what else do I need to do? So I was just chilling on my bed, kind of like contemplating life, and I got an email saying that I should apply for the new Real World season coming up. So I did that, filled it out, and next thing you know, I was casted. So I was just like, oh my god, that's crazy.
That is crazy. I've always wanted to be like on the real world. I've watched the real world. I think my first season was maybe like the Chicago. I think I was in high school. So it's been
Yeah.
gone for a minute. And when I seen that it was coming back, I was excited. And I was super excited because, I've been following you before your fame. And I was like,
Oh, thanks.
damn. I was like, damn, Dondre on that's gonna be everything. So the two episodes are out now. I think third episode comes out tomorrow, which it usually comes out on Thursday. And based off
Mhm.
like the previews and based off the two episodes that I've seen, it seems like that
Yeah.
you're going to be the villain of the season.
Best villain?
Dondre.
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 100%.
Definitely Dondre.
Dondre.
Dondre. You know everyone said Dondre, right?
Did they really say me?
Duh.
Flattered.
Is that like a statement that you've been hearing a lot? Do you like think that do you think that it's fair for people to say he's the villain of this season of the real world?
I do think it's a fair statement that people think that I'm the villain of the season, but I take that like as an accomplishment, because I'm the one that's not scared to bring forth these conversations that literally everybody's needing to have. Like we're having these conversations with our family, we're having these conversations with our friends. So I feel like I was the one who was putting myself out there to
Hmm.
start these conversations.
Hmm.
So people kind of get it confused and like they don't like they forget that they're watching TV.
Right.
So it's like that's another thing. It's like yes, I act like that kind of sort of, but not really. You know what I mean? It's like we all chilling and hanging out. It's like I'm cool, calm, and collected. But I was there to bring conversations. I was there to bring the attention to the stuff that we really wanted to see. I didn't want to leave my job and leave my career to
Hmm.
go be mediocre. So if like I'm gonna drop everything in my life, I'm gonna go and be 100% with everything I do there. So I feel like
And,
that's an accomplishment.
and I
Yeah.
feel like that is an accomplishment as well. I mean, I feel like it's more so real as them more, or I feel like it's more so real than you being the villain. I
Yeah.
love to see, you know, people start conversations and people say things that are on their
Yeah.
mind rather than see it in a confessional. You know what I'm saying? Say it out there, put it out there. That's the kind of person I am as
Exactly.
well. So I really appreciate it. I personally don't look at you as the villain of the season. I
Yeah.
think you and another cast member are my favorites so far. It's just only one, you and another person. But as far as the first episode goes, I know that you the first episode showed you and the other roommates, and you came out to them that you were
Yeah.
gay. Was that something that you knew that you was going to do from jump? Were you considering maybe not telling others about it, or?
During the whole casting process, with me. It's personally not about me coming out because I feel like I don't need to come out to anyone. Like as long as I'm comfortable with myself and being me, I feel
Agreed.
like that's not something that I have to parade around and like be like, oh yeah, I'm the gay guy.
Hmm.
So the whole casting process behind that, I knew they was gonna want me to come out and like express that side of myself to my roommate. So once the girl asked me on the show, I was just like, yeah, I've been preparing for this moment to do it because some people that I hang with and like people at my job, I kind of don't talk about my sexuality because I'm not really like the feminine type of
I
gay
definitely
person. So
understand
it's
that.
just like it's like I knew it was coming, so I was just like, yeah, I'm gay, so whatever. So that was kind of my coming out. But I'm
Right,
not. If I didn't have to do that, if I didn't have to do that, then I wouldn't have done that. But
right.
not
And
saying they forced me to do it, but just to give that like genuine 100% behind the whole experience. You know what I mean?
right. And I definitely get where you're coming from because I think in some sense I'm the same way. A lot of people at my
Yeah.
job don't know that I'm gay until I either told them or they came across my YouTube videos or because I definitely understand where you're coming from. Now I seen a sneak
Yeah.
peek today where you were sitting with Megan and y'all was talking about she was speaking and she was saying that she didn't know that she was gay based off how you looked and you mentioned that your best friend didn't know. What has
Yeah.
been her response since the show coming out as far as her knowing that you are gay?
Her response has been like she's been really accepting and like she was kind of getting kind of emotional behind it because she's just like, why wouldn't you tell me? Like, why didn't you just share that part of your life with me? And for me, it was like I'm not trying to not share it, but
Hmm.
it's just the fact that I mean, what is my sexuality and who I'm having sex with have to do with anything
Right.
with us like trying to establish a friendship, relationship,
Hmm.
or anything? Not trying to pursue you, you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just like I understood where she was coming from in the friend aspect,
Hmm.
but in the relationship aspect, I felt like it just wasn't needed. But now I'm more open to her. Now we can have like those intimate conversations about who I'm dating because that friends do that. So it's
Right.
just like now I'm more open to share that with her.
I think people have to realize when straight people don't have to go up to them and say, "Hey, I'm straight." So we
Exactly.
don't. We shouldn't have to do that as well. I shouldn't have to come to you and say, "Hey, I'm gay." You shouldn't even be worried about who I'm
Exactly.
sleeping with. So I definitely
Exactly.
understand where you're coming from. Who I sleep with, like you said, shouldn't be any of your concern unless I'm trying to get at
hmm
you.
If you keep watching the show, you'll actually see where it kind of gets. I don't know if they're gonna show it or not, but I kind of get frustrated with the roommates because every person I would talk to that was a guy in that like particular realm of like homosexuality, they'll be like, "Oh, are you gonna fuck them? Are you gonna fuck them?" But Clint, on the other hand, could go talk to 50 fucking girls and they
Hmm.
wouldn't question it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's just like that is
Yeah.
annoying that we have this stereotype behind us, and I was trying to break that. Like, hopefully they show it, but
And
you know how
it,
they.
speaking of stereotypes with the gay community, um, is I think that a lot of people associate being gay with just sex. That's all we thinking about. We want to have
Exactly.
sex. If you see me talking to somebody, if that's your boo. I really appreciate you being on the show, giving that perspective to other gay people, and not just other gay people, people who are straight cisgender people, and letting them
Yeah.
know that just like we come in different shapes and sizes, not all gay people are the same. And I know you had a conversation with Megan with the preview that I seen today, and she was saying that she didn't know you was gay, and the people that she came in
Yeah.
contact with was feminine
Like,
and flamboyant, and you bringing your genuine self on the show, was that a big thing for you? Is that something that you knew that you wanted to do as far as um, the world knowing you for being, well, you coming out to the world for people who don't know you?
honestly, no, I did not want to do it. And that's the crazy part about it. But I felt like for me to get to a genuine place within myself,
Hmm.
if this opportunity with me casting, if I was to be casted like the 100% full way, I was like, I'm gonna have to do this for myself. So in the back of my mind, while I was being casted, it was like, damn, I kind of don't want to be casted because I don't want to have to do this. So
Hmm.
while I'm going through the steps, they're just like, okay, you're moving on, you're moving on. I'm like, fuck, it's getting closer. Moving on, moving on. I'm like, shit. So now I had to come to this place where I have to be 100% me, 100% real with myself. So that's another thing that I think for this experience is just letting me be open to the world. Not even if they're not watching, but now it's like I'm open to the world, me being an open book for
Hmm.
myself, not for them. It's for myself, for my family, for my friends, for everybody who's gonna tune in. So it's just like, I mean, I thank God for the opportunity. You know what I mean?
It's really inspiring, the way you're,
Yeah.
especially you're not only are you getting to know yourself and being comfortable with yourself, you're teaching, and I really respect that about you. Now, one thing that I want to talk about, the first episode where you did come out to your roommates and Justin went to the confessional and did the typical
Yeah.
straight male thing when they find out someone they're in around is gay, and that's oh, I hope that they respect my space. I hope he don't try to do this. And me watching it, it took me back to a place where I actually was in that same predicament before. And I just don't
Yeah.
understand why straight people don't realize that when you being a straight man, you're not attracted to every female. So what makes you think that me being a gay man is attracted to you or every man? How did that make you feel when you seen that?
When I saw that back, it was more so like I was coming in the house to I seen another black male, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, that's what's up. We have two black males. You really never see that on Real World.
Mm-hmm.
Two black male cast members, masculine. Usually they cast like a stereotypical gay, but to see two black coming from me, two black men,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I want to, kind of build and grow and like learn from this other man. Like we both here, so let's do it. Like we both growing. So to watch that back and see him automatically downing me is just like, bro, what the fuck? And for him to represent what he represents, trying to like liberate and
Mm-hmm.
progress black culture, that's one of the stereotypes that black culture has that he's doing right off back. So it's just like, bro, for you to be this leader with hundreds of thousands of followers, it's like, why are you doing this? Why are you thinking like that? You think so in-depthly, so intellectually about black culture and trying to progress it, but you still have this same stereotype that every other straight male has.
Right.
So it's like, at that point, it's like, now I'm questioning you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are your motives now?
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way with Justin. Not saying now because, I mean, if you keep watching the show, you'll see all of this come out. Hopefully they portray it right and show it right, whatever. But if you keep watching, you'll see it all kind of slowly come out. It comes from the confessional, then kind of starts happening in real life and start trickling down. So it's like me being the villain of the season, I had to be like, boom, bro, I got to call you out on this. So it's like, I don't think that's what's up.
I love it. I love it. I don't care what they say. They call you the villain. I love it. And I can't wait to see how it progresses because I think we have to come to a point, especially with him being so in the black community and, he's fighting for equality for black people and what he stands for. You can't stand for black people and want to exclude gay people or people of color that are queer. You can't do it. So I was kind of disheartened because him saying that.
Yeah.
So hopefully, with him being in the house with you and get to know you, it changes. Or you can maybe let him see how that will affect other people watching the show like it did me. Because when I seen him on the show and I seen what he was all about, I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be good. All these white people up in here, and he up in here throwing his fist in the air. And then he said that I was like, oh man, you done fucked up. You done fucked up. So you met a lot of people, your housemates on the show. Who were you the closest with this season? And do you still keep in contact with them?
The closest I was with this season was Yasmin. And yes, I do still keep in contact with Yasmin. I actually keep in contact with most of the minority cast members. Mm-hmm. The others, we text here and there, but it's like, not really.
Mm-hmm. And I really enjoy Yasmin too. She's my other favorite on the show. I really enjoy her. So as far as the house goes, I know I think this episode coming up, if I'm not mistaken, it looks like we seen you slap a drink out of Clint's hand.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Were there a lot of fights this season on the show?
It was more so not fights, but more so heated arguments. You know what I mean? Because it's like everybody's thinking that these conversations are like they were forced upon us to talk about. Mm-hmm. But the crazy thing is none of this shit was forced on us to talk about. It's the fact that they would do stuff that would trigger like those racial conversations and we have to address it right on the spot. So everybody's like, why do they keep being controversial? Why do they keep talking about all these racial conversations? Well, it's the fact because they're doing it. Like they're not used to living with minorities. They have this small bubble from the towns that they live in. So it's like all of this is sparking up.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like with this day and age and what we're living in, you pretty much can't be on TV, especially like a reality show like The Real World, and not talk about what's going on. You cannot talk about race. The last episode got pretty heated where Tova and Clint kind of got upset with Justin because he kept referencing white people do this, white people do that. And when I was watching the show, I was like, why are they getting mad? He's not saying y'all. he's saying white people, and I feel like that was white guilt. You don't want to hear the truth about what's going on in society, and you have to you have to know what's going on. You have to have an opinion about what's going on. And I was so glad when you asked them, why don't y'all have conversations or have anything to say about what's going on in with racism or what's going on in society. So when their responses was, I think it was told, she was like, anything they say will get turned around. I just felt like it was a cop out. It was bullshit because you're white, you see what's going on, you see that black people are being shot in the street, you see the injustices that are going on. Even with the president that we have here, and we're going to get into that. I know people want to get into some things about your views. Even with the president we have going on, with the whole them separating families for the immigrants that are the illegal immigrants that are in here, you see what's going on. I was glad that you challenged them on that, and I feel like they didn't want to say anything because they're white. They gonna go back home and be you don't it was gonna come out either way because you don't have these conversations in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's what it was.
That's exactly why I called them to the fire on it, because it's just like, y'all sit here, y'all go to the clubs with us, y'all doing the whip, y'all doing the nay-nay, y'all twerking, y'all listening to Lil Boosie, y'all listening to Webby. But when we talking about black systematic oppression and all these black injustices going on, y'all don't got shit to say. But when we go out, y'all want to twerk and nay-nay and do all the black culture shit. So it's just like, that's why I'm asking you for your opinion. I'm not asking you for your opinion because I want you to know or trying to set you up. I want your opinion because you're participating in the black culture when it's good for you, but when it's actually trying to educate and like get you out of a mindset that you're stuck in, you're feeling victimized and attacked.
Right.
So it was, had you talked in those conversations with us about Colin Kaepernick or the other countless black issue conversations we were talking about that you guys was trying to ignore, you wouldn't feel victimized or attacked when now we sitting here talk about it. Right. And I ask you, why don't you say nothing?
And I live for it. I live for every moment. Now, since the show has aired, the 2 episodes, and even when the preview came out, you know me, I'm going through the comments, trying to see what's going on. I see that you get a lot of hating ass comments, people telling you how can you be a certain way, and for those who may not watch the show, which you should because it's really good. Yeah. You express that you are a conservative black male.
I'm a black Christian conservative, and it's like everybody's like, what the? You can't be none of that. I'm just like, yes, I can. Why can't I?
For people who don't know, you do live in the South. So us living in the South, because I'm from Mississippi, you're from Texas. They know, especially with us being of color, we're living in the South, we're gay. If you say that you're a conservative, that's kind of frowned upon. They're looking down on you. It's got something to say, which, I must say, I'm not conservative at all. And I will say this, when I seen the preview, you said you was conservative. I was shook. I was shook. But I wasn't so shook where I felt like I had to cuss you out about it or unfollow you, So talk about that. I know that a lot of people want to know, are you a Trump supporter? And are you Republican? What is your views if you want to share them?
This is my thing. I am a Republican. I have more conservative views than I have liberal views. Okay. So which intends to make me kind of conservative. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, I have more Republican views. I could say I'm a Republican. Gotcha. Now with the whole Donald Trump thing, I don't 100% support everything Donald Trump does because one, I'm a gay black male and his views on gay rights do not align with my lifestyle or me in general. So, and another thing about Donald Trump is I don't like the slogan MAGA, Make America Great Again, because when has America ever been great for a black male? It has never been great for a black male. So when he's saying Make America Great Again, what the fuck does that mean? But I do like Donald Trump in his policies toward abortion, illegal immigration, and tax reform. That is the only thing that I like about Donald Trump. So for people, for it to be called Trump supporter, it just gets people riled up. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, he's a Trump supporter, blah, blah, blah. it's like, okay, I support him in some policies, but I'm not 100% supporting Donald Trump. You can like somebody and not like certain things that they do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, that's the same thing I'm doing. Like, I don't fully support Donald Trump 100% in every policy, every view that he has. And that's what people are not understanding.
Yeah, and I must say that I was one of the ones that, as far as when I first heard it, I was taken aback. But, never was I going to ever get in your comments and say what you should be doing. I feel like a lot of people don't have, that. I understand you disagreeing with, my views, but we can have a conversation about it. I be going through your comments, people be cussing you out, wishing you death on you. I was like, what is really going on? So with you coming out,
all because I'm myself, bro. All because I'm being myself.
And you know what? And it is what it is. It is what it is. It's exactly what you're saying. You're being yourself, and I would rather you be yourself on camera than come out here and say what people want you to say. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I feel like because you're a black conservative and you're gay, you're living in the South, because you're all those things, it makes me want to listen to your point of view. Because I wouldn't, if you was white and gay and conservative, I wouldn't want to hear nothing you got to say. But since I can appreciate your the difference that we have as far as political views and you supporting some of Trump's policies, I can definitely appreciate it now. So with you coming out as a conservative black, do you get a lot of? I know you get a lot of hate on internet, but what about your friends and family members? Do you have to deal with that and find yourself arguing with them a lot?
Yeah, some of my friends and family members be like, you tripping, bro, you tripping. But I'm like, how am I tripping? Like, these policies align with my lifestyle, with my career, what I've done to get to this point in my life. Mm-hmm. Like, they match it up perfectly. So it's like, how am I tripping because these policies reflect me? But it's like I'm arguing with them to prove a point that they're not going to understand because they're not in a position in life that I am. Mm-hmm. You're a liberal because those are the views that match what you're doing, and I can respect that. But just because my conservative views match what I'm doing and how I'm feeling as a person, you're mad about it. I'm not mad that you're a liberal. So why are you mad that I have conservative views? That's crazy.
Right. And like I said, again, with you being conservative, it definitely made me want to know why. I want to hear you speak about it more. I want to see where you was coming from. So I think, a lot of us, especially, I know myself, I have a friend that we definitely had a debate about the whole, and recently in Alabama, they just banned abortion. And he was saying that he don't agree with abortion, but he don't agree with the ban. We had a whole argument going back and forth about it. But I think I have to realize that people are going to have different views, and I think you have to listen, see where they're coming from. If you don't have to disagree, but we don't have to argue about it back and forth. So I definitely appreciate that about you. What are some things that people are going to get from you on the show that, what do you want people to get from you while watching you on this season?
What I really want people to get from me while they're watching the season is that Black culture in general has different aspects of Black culture. You don't have to be the same Black person to be a part of Black culture. And that's what I really want them to get from it. I really don't care about the other opinions, but my whole thing is you can be anything and be you and still be a part of Black culture. That was my biggest thing to give out to everybody. Like, you can be flamboyant, you can be masculine, you can be conservative, Republican, because all of that is good so we can share experiences and share knowledge with each other so we won't be stuck in the same box. Mm-hmm. And the crazy thing is, to me, is like I'm getting more like DMs from people of different backgrounds and different nationalities and different cultures outside of Black, telling me like they proud of me, they good for me, like thank you for stepping up and showing this side of like gay culture or showing this side of conservative. Even Black conservatives is DMing me saying thank you, man, for stepping up. He's like, some people even be like, I have some Republican views, but I'm too scared to like open up about it because they fear getting all this hate comments and all this other shit. And I'm just like, that's what I want people to get from that. Like, just do you, be you. What other people's opinion don't matter, because that's your opinion and you're entitled to it.
Right, and I definitely understand that. And again, I think it's about authenticity, being genuine, being yourself, and I hopefully that I feel from the first 2 episodes that I've seen, that's definitely what I've gotten from you. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you showing that side of yourself for people who may have the same views or people who may be masculine. Or we're showing people that there are gay people out here that are masculine. I really appreciate that that aspect that you're bringing to the show. Now, speaking of DMs, I was watching your live the other day, and you said a lot of people been sending you like nasty DMs and freak stuff. So you're a very attractive man. Have people been hitting you up trying to take you out? I mean, what are they? Are you single? Is there a Mr. or Mrs. Dondre?
Right now, right now I'm single, but it's kind of like in a complicated relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we're trying to work through that.
Mm-hmm.
But I am getting a lot of DMs like from just people, and I appreciate it because I feel like it's love. Like, thank you. You feel like this. You feel like I'm this attractive that you're sending me stuff like this. So I take it as a appreciation, but. The craziest DM I got was somebody told me to pile drive them for like $800, and I'm like, what the
fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I don't even have that many followers, so it's just like I'm getting all this shit. What if I had like hundreds of thousands of followers, like Justin or Clint or somebody? I'm like, what DMs is Clint getting? Because everybody's getting Clint so damn fine. So I'm just like, damn, what is he getting?
I don't know why. But that ain't none of my business. They ain't none of my business. So from what's next for you? I mean, we're gonna finish up the season. I can't wait. I'm at my computer as soon as I get home Thursday, ready to get into the show. What's next for you? What do you want to accomplish after this?
After this, I want to accomplish maybe just kind of public speaking. You know what I mean? Public speaking, or even crossing to the entertainment realm, or like acting. Like, I like the entertainment route because that was my passion. I didn't go to school for it because I kind of wanted to go to school for something more practical that I'll have money. Engineering, I felt like I could have a stable job doing that.
Right.
But now that I just took that risk, it's like I might as well just go 100% to my passion, you know what I mean? Just taking that risk. So hopefully I'm on more TV, film, and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Commercial. Hopefully so. I hope so, because I have enjoyed you on the show thus far, and I can't wait to see what you bring more. Really hoping that there is a reunion. I'm all for a reunion of the real world. Before I let you go, what is different from the real world now that we're seeing that is different from the past? What do you think that you all are bringing to the real world franchise that the previous shows didn't?
So I feel like what my season is bringing to the show franchise is that we're normal people, normal body sizes, normal backgrounds, like different types of, not normal backgrounds, like different types of backgrounds and cultures all coming together. Like we're literally in the house with our opposite. Mm-hmm. I'm in the house with Justin. That is my complete opposite as like a person in general. Yasmin is Tova's complete opposite. Mm-hmm. And like we are in the house just living, trying to make it work, trying to like hear each other out, but also trying to respect each other. So I feel like that's definitely something that our season is bringing, like the whole real life aspect of real world, because the past seasons was more like models getting drunk, like hooking up. Now it's reverting back to like the older seasons to where it's like really like these are real people having real conversations that we're talking about in our houses with our friends, and y'all just viewing it.
Right. And one thing that just stood out to me with you stating that body sizes, you have different body sizes, because I've always, and I could be wrong, because there are a lot of real world seasons prior to this one, but I was so excited to see, not Tova, I was so excited to see Yasmin, because she's not your typical thin, she's beautiful, but she's not your typical thin, big-eyed white girl, blonde hair. Everybody's not in there all thin, and I was excited to see that. So I feel like them putting different body sizes as well as different cultural backgrounds into this mix was perfect. I need MTV to put some fat people on there. I need to see somebody big on there. I need to see some fat folks now. It's
representing.
I need to see some big people. You said you get DMs about what?
being fat and they hate me and all this other shit. And I'm like, okay.
Listen. Well, look, how can the people follow you for people who want to, follow you on social media?
Yeah, so if you want to follow me on social media, my name is Dear Dondre, DearDondre, and that's my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Facebook is Dondre Randolph. And I'm gonna be posting, just being funny, being my normal self, and like I'm not trying to take it too serious. Just me, just being me on social media.
Yeah, and social media, I know. For you, especially on Instagram, is very entertaining. I know before the fame, I'm going to say the fame, your Instagram was very modelish. I was like, look at that, he fly. It was but now it's very entertaining. I enjoy it. So y'all make sure all my cousins, y'all go out there and follow Dondre, keep up with him, and make sure you check out The Real World on Thursday, Facebook watch. What certain time? Is it certain? It's just Thursday, period?
It's Thursdays. It airs at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Standard Time.
Okay.
And it's gonna be live. Now on, the episodes are gonna go live now, and people can like comment, interact with each other live. And then after that time period is when it'll just be on there.
Okay. Well, Dondre, I do want to thank you. I'm not going to keep up too much of your time. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity out your busy schedule to sit with Messy Miles. Y'all make sure y'all follow Dondre. Make sure y'all keep up with him on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Skype, whatever you want to do. And make sure you check out The Real World on Thursday. Dondre, appreciate you so much for doing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miles, for having me, man.
All right. No problem. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.